Hello everybody, I hope you're all keeping well. I'm going to do a short video tutorial on using live video streaming to support virtual teaching and learning. So a few of the benefits of live streaming. The first one is really to reduce the demand on question and answers. So as students get stuck, they often find it difficult to articulate that over email. And obviously teachers find that difficult to interpret that and then respond in a way to help the students move on. The second benefit is to increase a bit of interaction. So you could have a bit of during the lesson check-in with students to make sure that they're all okay, a bit of reassurance for them. And also the students get to see each other in the class. That's one of the things that they'll be missing at the moment, is a bit of that class community. And the third aspect is to deliver live lessons. So very much like the explainer videos, you can explain and instruct, but in a live way, which is more in the moment teaching. There are obviously some challenges with live streaming. It might be unfamiliar to people. There's a little bit of technical setup. It's not too difficult, but there is some technical steps involved, which I'll go through in this tutorial. Internet speed is also going to play a part in the quality of the video streaming sessions, both at the teacher end and also at the student end. Equity is an important factor. If you've got 10 students in your class but only 8 join, at what point do you start the lesson and how do you support those other 2 students after that event? You can record your live lesson as well for posting out afterwards, but it's something that we need to think about when we're scheduling a live lesson. And also safeguarding, making sure that we're remaining safe, protecting ourselves as teachers, and also protecting our students in our care. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate Google Hangouts, or as it's known now, Google Meet. This is part of our Google suite, so this will be my first recommendation to you. There are other applications such as Zoom, but Google Meet should keep it all within our Google domain, making it easy to contact our students and our fellow colleagues. So I would recommend that you use Google Meet over anything else. However, if you are familiar and confident with Zoom or any other products, feel free to continue to use those technologies. So there are 5 simple steps to setting up a Google Meet. In a second, we'll visit that link. And then step 2, you start the meeting, put in a meeting name. It will do a camera check and a video check, then we join the meeting, and then you get to share the link to that meeting. And you can either copy the link and paste that into Google Classroom or an email, or you can actually invite others. And this is where that's a good benefit of Google, because all the students and all the teachers will be in our directory. You don't need to know any other email addresses or accounts to get them on. So let's give it a go. We're going to test it with my class that I have here. And I'm going to start or join a meeting. At this point, we give the meeting a name. And it's going to check that the camera and the microphone are all active and working. Before I start the meeting, I could mute the microphone or I could turn the camera off, but I'm just going to join the meeting. And it's at this point, it gives us the meeting information. So I can copy that to clipboard and paste that into Google Classroom or to an email. I can just copy the link up here and paste that into Google Classroom or an email, or I can add people in. So if I wanted to add a few students in here, let's just choose a few students who I know: Ewan, Oscar, and Freddie. And when I send them an invitation, if they've got the app installed on their device, it's going to give them a notification, or it will send them an email and they'll get a link. They'll click on the link just to join this meeting. Again, the buttons down here, I can mute my microphone, I can turn my camera off. Oh, all the students are joining here. And at this point, everybody can hear everyone else. Say hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello. Now I can mute people. Oh, Freddie's muted, that's good. I can mute Oscar, she's good. Let's get Oscar muted, and then we can mute Ewan. There's a thing. So now they can just hear me and my voice. Give us a wave, boys, just to make sure that's correct. There we are, that's excellent. And they can unmute themselves if they wanted to speak to you as part of the meeting. I can also turn on captions, which is a really useful tool. So what that's going to do is going to take my voice and it's going to interpret that using a bit of AI technology. And you'll see the words come up on the bottom of the screen. So what I'm saying, they can all read, which is really useful when you explain resources. And if I was to say, Oscar, can you turn your microphone on? Unmute yourself. And how are you, Oscar, today? I'm very well. How is the home learning going? Oh, good boy. Excellent. I can also share my, I'm going to mute you again, Oscar. Thank you for that. I can also share my screen as well. So if I wanted to present my screen, so if I had a resource up that I wanted to share with them, select the screen here. So if this was my resource up here, they can now see what is on my screen. So if I'm running through this resource, they get to see my screen in that window. Can you see that, boys? Thumb up if you can. Yeah, excellent. And if I wanted to stop sharing my screen, then I would just say stop presenting, and that would return that back to the Hangout view. Okay, I'm going to hang up now, boys. Thank you very much for that. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
And you'll see those disappear. Once you finish the Hangout, you simply press this leave call button down here. That will return you back to the start window. So setup tips. If students are using iPads, then they're definitely going to need the Google Hangout app. It's going to make things a lot easier. You can click here to share that to your students or download it. I would suggest before you engage Hangouts with students and you have a practice. So have a practice at sharing the link, have a go at muting yourself, muting other people, turning the camera off and on, and sharing the screen as well. Then maybe start off with a small group of students. Use it as a question and answer tool. So maybe at the start of the lesson, you have a 10-minute window where you're in the Hangout and students can join the Hangout if they need to ask a question. And then maybe move on to providing one-to-one support or small group support. Okay, so we're now going to have a look at Google Chat, which is an easy way for you to initiate a Hangout and use the chat facilities of Google Meet, Google Hangouts to help feedback and help answer any queries that your students may have. So Google Chat is part of Google Hangouts, Google Meet. We're going to access it from this link up here. But it's an instant messaging forum where you can chat with a student one-to-one, or you can form a class. It might help you save time and certainly help save on answering emails. It's very easy to initiate a Google Meet from Google Chat, which we'll demonstrate in a second. So if you want to have one-to-one support or a small group chat, then it does save you a few steps. So to access Google Chat, we visit chat.google.com. And when you come into the chat, it will show you all the people that you've been recently chatting with. And it's quite simple. You can just search for someone. So if I wanted to search for Oscar, it will show me all the Oscars in school. If I wanted to search for Freddie, it will find all the Freddies in school. But I've already been chatting with Ewan, so I can say hello. And that will notify Ewan that he has a Hangout message if he's signed into Google and he's online, so I've got the message back. I can also create a class. So if I want to say create a room, I can give this a room, Mr. Boyle's class, and I can create a chat room. Now the benefit of this is that once you've set this up for your students, then you can add them in. So we can add people into here. So I want to put in Ewan. I want to put in Oscar. Oscar Boyle, and I want to put in Freddie and send them an invite. So they'll get an invitation to the class, and from here we'll be able to chat as a group. So if I was to start a new thread, good morning class, how are you today? Send. Then they're going to get the notification. Okay, so they're signed in and we're getting some messages. So at this point, you can share files from Google Drive. You can upload a screenshot, or you can initiate a Hangout, which is really useful. So there's a new message, and Ewan's got a problem. So he's struggling with this question here. I might ask the rest of the class, is anyone else struggling with this? So I'll send that back. We see the replies coming in. So Oscar Boyle said that he struggled with this question, but he persevered, got there at the end. Well done, Oscar. And Freddie has said, no, he's good. So I'm going to say, okay, Ewan, let me help. And at this point, I'm going to send him a Google Meet request. So we send that to Ewan, and then we click on that, click on join the meeting. Okay, and any other student who is struggling with this question can then join this meeting too. And again, I can present my screen. So if I've got the question up here, I can go through and explain it to Ewan and any other students. And I can see now what's on Ewan's screen and what he's struggling with, so I can offer support and advice. So that's a nice, easy way of using class chat and interacting with students, and might save you on a few emails. So that's Google Chat. I hope you find that useful, and please let me know if you use it and give me some feedback on that. Thank you very much, and have a great week. Bye.